She is. Hey, Isabel.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another version of Facebook Live with Isabel Wang and me, Dee Johnson. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We have some exciting stuff going on right now. Maybe not exciting is the word.
Not
Anyway,
excited?
thanks everybody for joining us. I do have one announcement to make. The new Capture app, it's 3.0.4, came out in general release yesterday. Please do not install it. I repeat, do not install it. We've run into some issues. We're working them out. If you have automatic updates on your iPad turned on, please turn it off. I just posted a link in the announcement that I posted this morning with instructions on how to turn auto updates off. If you already have the Capture app updating and you've run into the issue, what the issue is you get an error message that says unable to update existing data, unable to migrate existing data, and you have two options. You have delete or quit. If you press delete, it will delete all of your models in the Capture app. So if you like the models in your Capture app, don't press delete. If you press quit, it just exits. But at this point, you won't be able to scan anymore. So we are working on this. In the meantime, back up the data on your Capture app. You can use iTunes to do that. If you have any questions, you can contact support@matterport.com and we will help you walk you through that. I have a document that I've posted several times on MOUG telling you how to do that. If somebody has that document, if you could post it for me, that would be awesome. If not, I'll do it after this Facebook Live session. Yeah, we're working on the issue, so please bear with us for right now. But again,
so if someone got auto updated, is there any way to roll back?
No. Not that I'm aware of. So yeah, we're working on it. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So as a lot of you know, Brandon was supposed to be on today. Unfortunately, he got called off to a meeting at the last minute and had to fly out. So he's off doing whatever he needs to do, and he couldn't make it with today. So I have actually a better replacement for him, the lovely Isabel Wang. So that is why Isabel is here and Brendan is not. We will be rescheduling his visit with us shortly, and I am still trying to reach out to Jay to have him come on and talk to you about his new role in the company as the Chief Revenue Officer. So that's some exciting things to look forward to. So Neil, it's version 3.0.4. So if you have 3.0.3, please stay on that for now until I tell you otherwise.
So Andre wants to know when the correct version will be released.
Yeah, we're working on it. I don't know right now. If you have this issue, if you write into support and let us know, we will log your email address and they can look at the logs to figure out what's going on. But for right now, if you have not upgraded yet, please don't.
Speaking of the Capture app, I had a question. So someone posted on MOUG that they were on site and then they accidentally deleted a scan that was in the middle. And so part of the scans got orphaned. They've got detached. And I remember a while back you mentioned that the scans don't get deleted. They're still in the manifest file.
Yes.
So if I accidentally deleted a middle scan and the part of the scans got orphaned, if I still uploaded everything, will you be able to fix it?
Yes.
That is good to know.
Normally. So yesterday we had a guy who had posted he had accidentally deleted a scan off of the stairs, and I was able to fix that for him.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. All right. Phil asks, what is the issue and what shouldn't you do? First of all, you should watch Facebook Live with Isabel because it is awesome. Second of all, you should not update to the newest version of Capture, which is 3.0.4. If you already have and you're running into the error message, which is unable to update existing data, unable to migrate existing data, delete or quit. If you get that error message in the Capture app, if you press delete, you would delete your models. So don't press delete, just press quit. Contact support@matterport.com. We will log all of these. We're working right now to fix the issue. I will have an update for you hopefully soon.
So too late for Phil. It already auto-updated for him.
Yeah, if you have auto update turned on, you may want to turn it off. I posted a link to the instructions on how to do that. Sorry,
so
guys.
if you got auto updated and you have a scan job to do, then what are your available courses of action?
So you can back up the Capture app data, and then you can just reinstall Capture. You'll lose your models, but you can restore them from the backup, and that seems to work.
So in the App Store now, is the Capture the previous version if you reinstall?
No, it'll be the new version. So there seems to be something about when you update, something's happening. Yeah, Phil, hopefully we'll have a fix for you by today.
So and I don't understand. So if you delete everything, if you back up all your models and you installed Capture from the App Store on a fresh iPad, is that still the wrong version?
Yeah, that'll be 3.0.4, but I did that yesterday with somebody and it seemed to work.
Okay, so it's only updates that are problematic. Fresh installs are fine.
As far as I know right now, yes.
Okay, that's.
But I don't have a lot of data. I have the one person. So I had a couple of these last night that I was working pretty late last night with some people. Yeah, we're working on it, Phil. Sorry. Just everybody should be backing up their iPad data using iTunes. So
that is always a good idea.
It is. It is. All right. Do we have any other questions?
So does this affect all devices, I guess?
It's a good question. I've not heard of it on the iPhone. I've only heard about it happening on the iPad, so I don't know. But if anybody's run into it on the iPhone, let us know.
Yeah, there's there's a bunch of posts about that particular error on the iPad, but not on the iPhone.
Yay! Jay did a scan of a school. Huh.
Oh, good job stitching, Dee.
Yay! If I don't
have a backup, if Neil says if I don't have a backup of Capture on iTunes and I deleted it from my account, then yes, then the models are gone for good. So when you delete an application from an iPhone or iPad, then yes, all the data stored in that application goes with it. Is there any way to restore it?
So currently there's no way to go from a space on the cloud to a model in the Capture app. However, if you've already uploaded it, we have the manifest and all the images. And so if you have any issues, we can manipulate it on our end through the back end. So it's not as critical as if you had ones that were on your iPad that you hadn't uploaded ever. If you delete those, then there's nothing we can do. So back it up.
So I'm curious, when you upload something to the from your iPad to the cloud, what exactly gets uploaded to Matterport, and what does Matterport keep?
Okay, so the only files that I need when I upload are the manifest file, which is basically like an index. It tells you how many scans you have, how many of them are 360 views. It tells you where all the markings are. And then for each scan you did, there's a .swl file, which we call a SWIL, which is just a scan. And those are the images. So that's all the files that I need to upload to the cloud.
And so during processing, obviously the software works with the SWILs and the manifest to assemble everything together. And then what? Do these files get deleted after the model has been produced?
No, I believe they reside on AWS.
And so why can't the SWO files and the manifest files be re-given to the customer to reinstall on the iPad?
So we are working on a feature to allow you to move in that direction. We just don't have it right now.
But why can't it be done now if the same files still exist? If I uploaded the SWO files and you have it on AWS, if you emailed it back to me, why wouldn't it work for me to reinstall it on the iPad?
So there are more files in the Capture app than just those files.
Okay, so those that just happen to be what you need to process.
What I need. So I don't know why it doesn't work. I know it doesn't because I tried it.
Okay.
All right. So what you get in the Capture app, there's a folder named Jobs with a capital J, and inside that folder, there's a folder for every model that's in the Capture app. Right, and they all have strange names.
Yes.
They're hexadecimal representations of the UUID, but whatever. But anyway, don't change those names because those are important. So I had somebody who changed the names, and then it doesn't work. And the way you can find out which folder, one of those subfolders, belongs to which model is you go into that subfolder and you look at the little icons, the little pictures, and it will have a little picture of the mini map, and that's how you can tell.
Is it possible in the future to allow more sensible names for instead of the hexadecimal representation? Because this is a huge pain point. When people are backing up with iMazing or iTunes, the greatest complaint is that, wow, we have all these folders and what do they mean?
Yeah, I can certainly add that as a feature request. I know that they were working on the ability to move from the cloud back down to Capture.
So that would be, oh my gosh, that would be so helpful.
Yeah.
And so again, when every time you scan with Capture, a SWO file is created for every scan point, and even if you delete that SWO file when you're on site, it doesn't really get deleted. It still gets uploaded. It just doesn't get processed.
Correct. It's still there in the manifest. It still gets uploaded. Right. So Manny asks a question. Is it possible to link two separate properties into one model by using 360 scans as
there is sunlight present? And so when you so yes, you can scan two different properties, and there are two ways. There's two ways to do this. One is you can scan them separately and have some overlap and then deconstitch them together. Or two, you can try to do a 360 conversion. So you do a 360 view in the middle, even when there is sunlight, and then you can place it on this capture map on your scan. And then if you press it again, you will get the option to convert that 360 view to 3D. And then Capture will try to make a 3D scan out of your 360. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe you have to do a few in the sunlight area, but it's possible.
Yes, I've heard mixed sort of feedback. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. Just remember that if you are doing that, you need to scan as close as you would if you were scanning regular 3D. Typically when you're doing 360 views, you can move all over the place. There isn't this 5 to 8 feet restriction. But remember, when you're trying to convert, you should be scanning just as though you're scanning 3D scans.
Would it be any easier if I use a Theta or Insta in the in-between space? Let's say that I have two houses and a big courtyard, and it's kind of big, and so I'm trying to do the 3D conversion with 360 scans, and it's not working. Would I have an easier time with the Theta or Insta, or is it the same?
So some people are reporting to me that it works better with the spherical camera. I don't know. I don't have any empirical data. I just have what I've heard from customers. But if you're going to use a spherical camera, the images will be less high quality. So if I were you, I would try taking 360 views with your Matterport camera and converting those. You should convert them as you scan, though, so don't take a whole bunch and then convert them and expect them to align later. I would do it as you're going. You can try both. The drawback is with the 360 camera, if you start adding that to the space, you're going to have a higher cost in processing if you're on the classic plan. And the images just won't be as good. But if you have a Z1, try it with that.
But you can mount a spherical camera on the drone, as we've seen this past week.
Yeah. Well, you can mount the Matterport camera if you have the right kind of drone.
But you need a bigger, heavy-duty drone, which fewer people have.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I mean, if there are people out there that are sticking a spherical camera on a drone and scanning with Matterport, let us know. We want to see those examples.
Well, the range is not great, so you can't fly very high.
Yeah.
But still.
So if anybody figures out how to programmatically get a drone to go through a house without hitting anything and take all the scans it needs, let me know.
So Robbie came late, and Robbie, the current version of the Capture app, it causes this error where it asks you to quit or delete. If you quit, then you can't scan. If you delete, then it deletes all your models on your iPad. So it seems to only affect people who update it from a previous version of Capture. So 2 things to do are to not allow your iPad to auto-update, or to back up all your models, delete Capture, and to reinstall it. And Matterport is working on fixing this today, hopefully.
Yeah. Auto-update ? Auto-update is a setting that you can set in your iPad. It's through Apple, not through Matterport. I posted a link to the instructions on how to disable automatic updates, so you can follow those instructions. All right. Do we have any other questions? Anything else? Different topic, perhaps?
I agree with Neil. We need a Capture app that backs up data, but hopefully that'll be coming soon. I'm really excited about that.
So Marco says he actually updated automatically to the new version of 3.0.4 and didn't have any issues. So there you go.
Oculus Go. Robbie is obsessed with Oculus Go. He really wants to upload different models and not just the sample models.
Yeah, so you can use the Oculus Go with WebVR. It does work.
It is so slow and so cumbersome.
Yeah, so we actually are trying to get some more movement on that. Internally, we're working on that. We don't have anything, nothing to announce yet, but we do hear you. We do know that there are some issues with VR right now that we're working on. So bear with us while we work through those. Sorry.
It's just that when you're doing a demo or when you're at a convention, the VR headsets generate a little bit of buzz. So it would be nice to be able to load a variety of scans for people to see, hey, here's the castle, here's, whatever, a restaurant. And in Matterport's example gallery, it's just limited. It's just not suitable for everyone.
Yeah, and we know that, and we've heard you. And actually, Jonathan Buckley was sort of spearheading some of that stuff. So
awesome.
Hopefully we'll get some movement shortly.
That's interesting. So is the Capture issue related to iOS version? Could it be that people
good question. I don't know. I don't know right now.
Is it still not recommended that we update to the latest iOS version?
That is correct. The latest iOS version is still in beta, so please don't upload to that or upgrade to that. Yeah. All righty. Any other questions? Let's see, who do we have on with us today?
We got all kinds of people. We got Sandeep from London.
Oh, hi, Sandeep. Sandeep recently got promoted. He's now our lead.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, yay, Sandeep.
When will we have specs about the new Matterport camera?
Will it work with different approach so we could finally scan during the day and sun at outside? That is a good question. We don't have any information on the new camera right now. They're still trying to, it's under development. We don't even have any dates as to when it will become available. It won't be for a while. But yes, scanning outside in the sun is something that they know about and that they are taking into consideration.
Well, isn't that kind of the goal of Cortex, to give more flexibility? As more people start scanning outside, hopefully Cortex will have a bigger database of outside scans to learn from. Maybe, yes?
Yeah. But it would be nice to have a Matterport camera that can scan outside, right?
Like natively do a real 3D data outside?
Yeah.
So then it needs to be a non-infrared camera.
Correct. So we don't know yet what the new camera is going to even look like. It's way too early to say anything right now. But yes, but we are aware of that.
So it'll be a laser scanner that flies by itself through houses?
Yeah. And it can figure out like the configuration of your house and just scan the whole house. So you can just stand outside and let it. Yeah, that would be nice, right?
Or maybe you can just sit at home, right? You can just program the location where you're scanning.
And send your drone to fly over there.
You call the client and say that, hey, the scanner is coming.
Open the door.
Open the
door. Yeah. And we'll all be flying around in flying saucers too.
Yes, you would launch your self-flying Matterport from your self-flying car.
Yes, that's why we have smart kids that are going to school to figure this stuff out. So Les Baker asks about MatterTag icons. Yes, that was definitely a feature request that was asked for. We know about that, and they are definitely considering that. Yes, and along with vertical trim, definitely one of the most frequently requested feature requests. I don't have any updates for you on when or if that will become available. As soon as I know, I will let you guys know, though.
What would you say are the things that the development team is most excited about working on?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. You'd have to ask them that.
But what is the overall priority? Like what would you say is the, big bright thing that's getting the most attention at Matterport?
No comment. Development of space layout, something like MP embed.
Space layout.
Not sure what that means. How about more detailed analytics? That is also a feature request that we have heard and they know about. So perhaps more to come in the future, but nothing to report right now.
I asked, and I know that Brendan is not here, so we can't ask him. But it's really interesting that Matterport is acquiring a company with deep expertise in video and image replacement in videos. So that makes me wonder if Matterport is going more in the direction of rendering versus reality capture.
Yeah, I mean, that's purely speculation. I don't know I can't even answer that. You'll have to ask Brendan, and I don't even know if Brendan will know the answer to that. So, but yeah, we'll get him on here shortly as well as we're trying to get Jay on here so he can talk about sort of what his plans are for the company, and you can ask him all your questions.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know, Phil. I know you've been begging. We're listening.
So I think that's hopefully an issue that Jay will be very interested in because, you can't have revenue unless you can demonstrate results. Then analytics will help everyone, even Matterport, to show that, hey, these are the viewership numbers.
Can you get the developers to issue timeframes on feature requests? I'm working on that. I'm actually working on sort of getting more information that I can give out to you guys. But for right now, I'm sorry, I don't have anything.
Can we have someone from development join us so that we can ask him or her all the questions?
Can work on that. Maybe we could get somebody from product to come on.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So that, so that they can hear firsthand about how passionate customers are about Oculus Go, about analytics, because we ask you, every other week.
I know. And they know about it. We are talking about it. And they are listening more and more. So we're making headway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so do we want to repeat one more time the news, Isabel? For those of us who joined us.
About the Capture
about
app?
Capture, yeah, go for it.
Do not update your Capture app. So when would the auto update have happened?
Sometime between yesterday morning and today.
Uh-oh. So then I probably got auto updated. So what should I do now?
You should listen to your own advice.
So then, okay. So if you got auto updated, I guess you need to back up your models on iTunes or iMazing. Ken Taber has a wonderful iMazing video.
Oh, yes. Can we post that as well?
Yes,
let's post that.
That. So Dee found that the best way to resolve this is to back up your models and then reinstall delete the Capture app and then reinstall it from the App Store. Because if you allow it to update, then you get this error message asking you if you want to cancel or delete. And cancel stops you from scanning, and delete deletes all your data. So both are very bad. So if you have an imminent scan happening, then it's best to back up and install a fresh version.
Or just turn off auto updates.
Well, it may be too late for many people.
Okay, good point. So Isabel will post is it Ken Taber's?
Yes. He made a wonderful video about backing up.
Okay, and then I will post, unless somebody else already has, the instructions that I have on how to back up and restore. I typically tell people to back up using iTunes and then restore using either iMazing or iExplorer. But you can also just restore using iTunes, but it restores everything. If you want to restore one or two models only, then you use iTunes, iMazing, or iExplorer.
Yes. James asked if will it stop the update if you don't turn on the iPad? Yes. It can't update it if it's not turned on. Right?
I don't know.
I think so. If it's off, well, how can it update? It's not connected to the internet if it's off.
Yeah. So I guess if you turned off internet access too. I don't know. I am not an iPad expert.
No, you're not.
I am not.
How can that be?
You are probably more expert in that than I am.
Oh, no, I just use it.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, yay, go Ken. Everybody watch his video. I haven't seen it. I want to watch it.
Hey, so, I will find it and repost it.
Isabel will post it under this Facebook Live session, as well as you can post it on the announcement that I made, please. Thank you.
Yes, I will.
All right. So it looks like we are out of time right now. Again, I'm so sorry if you've run into any issues. Write into support@matterport.com. We'll be happy to help you in any way we can. I will keep you updated when I get updates. Just watch out in Facebook. I will post stuff there. And we will be back same time next week. Isabel?
Is it possible for in the future to allow people experiencing issues to roll back to the previous version of Capture?
Yeah, we don't have that feature right now, but potentially we could. I think the reasons for not having that is because we want everybody to be on the latest version. And if you skip versions, then it can cause an issue. So it's always best to be on the latest version.
But as an emergency measure, maybe support can have the file to email to people like
Yeah.
on the previous version, there was the upload bug that caused people to be unable to upload, and now
Yeah.
there's this weird quirk. So in these situations, and when people have an urgent need, it would be super helpful to say, hey, why don't we just roll you back?
Yeah, I agree. And I will explore that as well.
Okay,
So thanks for
thank
that
you.
suggestion. Yep. So thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next week, same time, same place with Isabel and I. Take care. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.